I haven't even opened the.
That's the question.
Okay.
Let's get it.
Welcome, guys, to another episode of The Unscripted Truth. This is the second episode of the series of me discussing with my friends. With me here is Jay FKay. I would want to do a little introduction, but I'll let him do that. I don't want to glaze him, so let him introduce himself. So yeah, Jay FKay, who are you?
Good day, everyone. My name is Jay FKay. Like Dodo said, I'm an artist. I just graduated with Dodo a couple of months ago. I'm Dodo's brother, because all of you on the pod know him now. I also video edits, a writer as well, rapper, all that good stuff. Computer science graduate. 4.4 G. Okay.
Yeah, it's not a resume at all. It's not a resume, but yeah, I get it. So yeah, you said what you do, you said who you are, you said you're an artist. So
Yes,
we're
sir.
going to focus on that. Today we'll be talking about growth.
Okay.
Growth. For the audience, we had recorded this episode prior to obviously before this episode,
Mhm.
and we spoke about some things. And it was good. But then life has really gone up. And for those that follow me online, you know that I've been saying that I've been observing how I'm growing. It's been like you can see the growth. You can feel the growth. You know you're growing. You put in the work and you're seeing it. So, and I definitely, it's been that with JFK. I don't want to creeping, but I just have to say it. Guy was the same space with Johnny Drew. Like he was, oh god, I'll allow that to him. I don't really want to go into that, but I'll allow you to talk about that during the podcast. But growth is really something that, we took intentional as a group. We did some exercise, 30 days of X.
We did.
So everybody just went into their thing for 30 days and then we documented it. It was nice. At the end, it was kind of like this, because, life was kind of taking us away, but then we still had to finish it. And, it's just been up from there. So this episode is really special to me. And, I chose JFK to talk about this. So yeah, you said you're an artist. What kind of art? What kind of art?
I'm a musical artist.
Okay.
Poetry. Yeah.
Talking like what are you? Like, oh, no, this guy. Oh, shit, good. Oh, well, I'm just laughing at him. Don't worry, it's just a thing. So, what is your definition of growth?
My definition of growth.
Yeah.
I love that question. And also, just before I get into that, I think I'm really glad I'm talking about this because literally all of us had this experience of the 30-day of X. And we thought at that point, that was the apex, of our life. This was the longest we had ever lived. We're talking from our experiences of that time. Now we've added a couple of months to our lives and we've seen how much more things have changed.
Yeah.
And we're reminiscing on those days as throwbacks,
Yeah.
I think growth is basically, it's time relative. It's where time passes and during the duration of that time, you can see changes in yourself that were not there in the beginning of that journey, right?
Yeah.
So time can pass. Time will pass. It's inevitable. But it's not at the time that change happens.
Yeah.
So I think it's just growth is channeling your energy in one thing enough to the point where over time it becomes better or bigger or further in that direction.
Okay. You're clear on that. And I wanted to ask you this question, but then you already have from definition. Do you think you've grown? I don't even think you need to answer that. You've grown, like you've grown, and it's not only like his career. This guy is just buff now. Like if you see this guy on the road, you just feel like you've beat it. That's like massive muscle. So he took this growth thing too personally. Just went to go and bulk up. But yeah, I just like to say a few things. Like, what do you think you've grown?
Yes, I think I have grown. I think above all, the most important form of growth that I have encountered is knowing that, the ideas of what I thought was a goal or a place to reach in life has kind of changed. There are things I thought, once I achieve this, this, and then the scope has gotten broader. But I think that's the most important form of change, because right now I'm thinking bigger.
Yeah.
I'm understanding my own self. So back then it might be like I'm writing a lyric and I'm like, oh my God, what does Jay FKay sound like? What's my sound?
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like, I know what my sound is.
Yeah.
I'm now thinking, do I like this too? Do I want to put this out?
Yeah.
I trust myself enough to know that, I'm going to write something good. Is there something I like to? So that's just an aspect of it. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you said you've been doing this for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to know what motivates you to keep on doing what you're doing.
Well, I think it's as old as time itself, stories.
Oh yeah.
All of us live for that. We live because of that. Every single thing we believe is because of a story that we've either been told of experience.
Yeah.
Right. Everybody can look at a rock and the first thought that comes to their mind is different. Because they have different stories about that rock.
Yeah.
So just looking at my friends' lives, looking at how, it could be anything, I feel like that's where the God in you kind of comes out, where you can look at anything and just pick an aspect of that and talk about it. So I've written countless songs about my friends. I don't even think they know, but they inspired it, you understand? So that's inspiration is just all around you if you're willing to listen.
Okay. So, you said something about music.
Yeah.
Like that's what you do.
That's it.
That's what you do. Not all, but like that's majorly what you do. So how would you advise someone going to your field? Because I know a lot of people that want to a lot of people that want to sing. Ah, God, see how far, listen to this, my song. I've already started. Put beats for me. And you see this kind of things, and some of them I used to blame their friends for not apart. Like, this thing really no do, but you just try to motivate them. So that they say, okay, I blew and you are my fun.
Yeah.
But what advice will you give someone that says, okay, I want to go into music, I want to like do this thing full time? What do you have to say to them?
I think there are three major things. The first thing is you have to know why you're getting into music. People have different reasons. And there's no good or bad reason. It just has to be authentic. It has to be true to you.
Yeah.
If you're entering music because you want to make money, then you better make sure that that's your drive and you can hold on to that when you're feeling demoralized, right?
Yeah.
If it's because you're passionate or you have stories to tell, it's a different thing. It can be all of that together.
Yeah.
Right. So you have to first of all understand why you're getting into music. Secondly, you have to understand the industry you're going in. It's one of the only industries in the world where the moment I say I want to be a musician and I drop a song on Spotify, I'm competing with Beyonce. I'm not, you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm competing with J. Cole, I'm competing with Fela. Michael Jackson too is on the same platform. So it's not like, there's entry level, there's intermediate. Bro, Frank Sinatra is your up. You understand that? So you have to understand the industry you're going into.
Good. Yes.
And then understand what success means to you in that industry.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to blow, but what does that mean?
Yeah.
You understand? There are people who have 1,000 fans, but each and every one of those fans will pay for a ticket.
Yeah.
20K, 30, don't care. And someone has 2 million monthly listeners on whatever streaming platform.
Audio Mac.
And half of them are farmed. What's it called? They're farmed.
They're
doing a show. It's like them and their aunties. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the second thing. And then lastly, you have to educate yourself. Education means watching videos, understanding, okay, I'm getting into this thing. What do I know about this world, this domain expansion? Try and understand what does law look like in music.
Yeah.
What is this royalties thing people keep talking about? What are masters? I thought slave trade ended a long time ago. Like, ask all these questions, understand what it means, What does it take to drop a song? What's promotion? Ask all these questions. Watch interviews. You have favorite artists. You have people that you sound like.
Yeah.
Watch them talk, executives, and then just inform yourself basically. So yeah,
That's nice.
Yeah.
So other than music, what else do you do?
Oh, I do a lot of things. I'm big on sports. Play basketball. I go to the gym. Love to cook. Not as good as some women in my life, but like I try small. Bake a bit, you know what I'm saying? I'm not big on learning. Like, I like researching stuff and informing myself on things I'm interested in, which is what you asked me. Design, just random things. I love animals too.
Okay, like as pets, but not.
No, I just love them.
That's in the day and age that we are in, you need to specify. I say you love animals.
Okay, yeah. So please, unscripted truth. The truth is that I admire animals on a very human to animal level.
Okay, that's good. You have to put that out there because
I love them.
One day now, you get to a point in time and then do reference this. I love animals. So yeah, you just need to say that. Okay.
That was good.
So that's jokes aside. Let's go to the next question. There's a saying by Edward Abbey that goes, "Growth for the sake of growth is the ideology of a cancer cell." So I would take that again. It's not me that said it. It's not me that said it. Please. Growth for the sake of growth is the ideology of a cancer cell.
Wow.
So, you're doing this thing because like you watch a lot of motivational content that says, okay, like build yourself, like do this, and you're just finding yourself doing it with no intent in mind. And at the end of the day, you are slowly killing yourself because you don't have where you're going towards. You're just moving and moving and you're growing and there's nothing to show for it. You saw we listened to a podcast that said, okay, journal. So he said, okay, I'm going to journal, I'm going to start journaling. I said, okay, go for a run because it's going to help your heart or something like that, just kind of motivational stuff that makes you do stuff, but you don't have why you're doing what you're doing. That's why I said, how you're going to, if you have something that motivates you to do what you're doing. So, what do you have to say concerning that, like pertaining how far you've come and, in your career, because you've reached a level that, people would dream to be at, realistically speaking. So what do you think about the saying? Like, what do you have to?
Okay. So first of all, I can't brush under the carpet. That quote was hard. that was deep.
Yeah.
If you cancer play. I think it boils down to the first thing I said in the previous question. You have to know your why, right? Because you can do so many things, but without direction, where are you pointing that energy towards?
Yeah.
It's like, I listen to a lot of rap music because
So
J. Cole is one of my favorite lyricists, right? And there's this bar he says where he goes, the good thing is that you came a long way, but the bad thing is that you went the wrong way. So it's like, nobody wants to be the uncle at the entrance of the house, the gate, playing Ayo, saying back in our days, we used to, because truth is they had their own stories as well. But if there's no evidence, if there's no direction, if there's no, if there's no channel to channel that energy, you just end up spreading yourself out and burning out. So I really agree with that quote. I think it's really key. You just have to find why you're doing it. That would always tell you, okay, am I going out of the structure? Yes, the scope of what I put for myself. Why do I want this? That always, every time I feel like, this thing is hard. And that would happen because I'm human. I just go, why am I doing it though? Right? Am I satisfied with stopping my story here and saying this is what? And I'm like, nah. And that's motivation to keep going. So yeah, don't just grow like a cancer cell. Be cool.
Yeah. So I'll thank you for that.
Yeah.
Leading to my next question is there are two things or ways to grow. So there'll be two mindsets as you're chasing a goal
Mm-hmm.
or you're actually growing. Like now in the case of a cancer cell,
Mm-hmm.
you are, for lack of better way to explain it, you are kind of obsessed with the growth because you know that you have potential. Everyone has potential, and the only way to get to that place that you want to be is you're only limited rather by how much you grow.
Yeah.
So some opportunities cannot come because you're not at a point.
Mm-hmm.
There's some exposure that you can't get because you've not grown. So, but then the other mindset is I'm chasing something.
Yeah.
Like I want to be the top artist in the world. I want to have this. I want to have that. To you, what best speaks to you? What do you think is better to run with? There's no wrong answer, but then what speaks to you more?
I think for me, this question is really interesting because I believe as a human being, you're kind of like a diamond. There are multiple faces to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we have different aspects of ourselves, and all the dots connect to make the one thing that we say we want to do a bit more special. So I think these two ideas kind of coexist in a weird way, where there's the ultimate goal, where you have, this is what I'm chasing, right? And there are other things that help build you up in a way where it's like, this isn't directly in line with that goal, but on the grand scheme of things, it is. I'll give you an example, like going to the gym.
Yeah.
I didn't personally go because I had like, I want to work on my calves. There was no specific goal.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be healthier, which is a vague goal to set, So you start working towards that goal. And then one thing you learn is that growth itself can be addictive, right? You could start, you could go there because you want to burn fat, and all of a sudden you see yourself after 2 months and it's like, wow, I burnt all the fat. Maybe this, how far can I go? And keep pushing it.
Yeah.
Of course, that would give me more endurance on my tours to be able to stay an hour, 30 minutes and not get tired. Not be back on the mic, But so it all adds up, you know what I'm saying? But then I believe it's still very important to have a why.
Yeah.
Even if that why is not a goal. If that makes sense. If my goal is, if my why is, I want my music to heal people, I want it to touch people's heart. And, then your goal doesn't have to be a fixed target. It could be that you hear a couple randomly walk up to you and say, oh my God, we got married to your song. Like that was one of the most memorable, the slow dance was the most memorable part of our wedding. And, every anniversary we play that because it takes us back to your song is not like a portal for them to relive one of the most valued moments of their life. You've won because that's what your why was. There's no because there's no goal, but that way there's no pressure. You still achieve what your purpose was.
I think that's spot on. When you said something about diamonds, I thought you were going to the pressure.
Okay.
and how that makes diamonds. So that's that. The next question is, well, funny enough, I asked you this question before.
You did,
yeah, but then I want to hear your answer to this question again. So if you could advise your past self, what would it be? And if you could ask your future self one question, what would that be?
Golly.
So I remember asking you this question.
And I know I was going to the same way.
I know I have an idea of the way you answered it, and I'm actually curious now to hear what you have to say about this.
Let me see if I'm curious. Okay, so for my past self, this is interesting because the last time we had this conversation, that was my past self, right?
Yeah.
And this is the future self talking back to it. It's crazy. I think one of the major things I would tell him, which is something I should still probably tell myself since I'm on the journey, is, bro, if you say you love this thing, there's no limit to what you can learn about the thing you say you love, right? It's like, here I am today. There's so many aspects of music, right? And because I know, I'm a good writer and I'm a good, I have this thing, it's very easy to kind of like ignore the other aspects that make the piece what it is, Sometimes it's just good to know about it. You don't have to be It's like the saying, "Jack of all trades, master of none," and the full thing being better still than the master of none.
No.
Right? So it's like, okay, learn everything. You're young right now. You don't want to be in a space later in life where you get to the point where you say you want to get to, and then you realize that all these big shots actually understand the craft, and you're just there like, yeah, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? So I would say,
for me.
learn as much as you can.
Yeah.
And okay, if I was going to add one more thing to that young guy,
Yes.
it'll be your sound is not a genre. The sound is what you have to offer. Right? So don't get trapped in the cage of human beings love to tag things. You understand? We don't like the stress of trying to, everything is unique.
Yeah.
Very few artists sound the same. Yeah, exactly. Very few artists sound the same, but it's easier to group them and say, oh, you lot are this, you guys are this. You understand? You guys are smart, you guys are not smart. You people are dumb. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, everything is just gray area. Everybody's just a different combination of Maggi and tomato. So I would say your sound is what you have to offer.
Yeah.
That makes you unique. Don't drown that out by trying to sound perfect in the box. And if I was going to ask
your future self,
it'll probably be like, bro, what type of music should you make from now, bro? You understand? What do you
I would generally.
Let's get out, you know?
Yeah.
And basically just have to,
while you were just saying, I just remembered something I was reading, and it was, I can't remember, but my memory is failing me. But I know that the guy was there was no keyboards then, there was no pianos then, but then he wrote a piece. Like, I don't know, I can't remember, but I know that there was something like that. Like, the guy was so ahead of his time that, like, he wrote something for something that is not already there. So when you said, like, asking your future self, like, what genre should we start singing now?
Yeah.
You know, you see one kind of thing where there's ball fusion with like Afro, and that's what people are just listening to, and you're singing it today. It's just,
and it's funny you say that, because right now, like, a huge part of me wanting to in creating is trying to understand, and I say this generally in life. If you don't, my great grandfather used to say, if you don't know where you're going, know where you're coming from. So I'm noticing how our traditions and our cultures kind of just get flushed down, like not flushed down, but like you just get sidelined a lot of times, and you find out that, oh, this song that just won a Grammy, the sample on it was one person from Rwanda from 40 years ago that played his string, this thing, and then for maybe Future's producer chopped it up, and then now, so there's value there, right? We have so much rich culture and music in this country. Even where I'm from, Nasarawa State, Wamba, you understand? It's becoming an interesting thing for me to try and go back and see what I can do with those instruments. And so I'm Nigerian, I'm African at the end of the day. It wouldn't make sense if 200 years from now, people come and discover like my vinyl and they play and like, oh my God, it's probably from Europe, you know? Like, I let them know, like, oh, what's this different sound? You just shed light on that. So that's something I'm really interested in.
Okay. So, lastly,
already?
Yeah, already. So, any words of encouragement or advice to the audience, like, to anybody that's listening and is struggling with, some kind of growth mindset, goal mindset, or they just want to do things and, they're not there yet. Coming from someone like you who's, you've released songs, they're performing well. You got to a platform that people don't usually get to in all their career. And, you're doing that, and, there's still prospects that you're going to do better. It just shows that there's continuous growth.
Thank you.
What do you want to tell someone that's like, okay, like, where do I start from? Or what do I do? Or when I get there, like, what's the mindset? What do you have to tell them?
Perhaps when I get there, I'll probably have your answer. But like, as I'm on the journey, I think the first thing I'll say is, if you're listening to this podcast, you're already doing the first step properly, because you're taking the time to make yourself better. You understand what I'm saying? You're carving out time. You're probably in transit. You're probably doing the dishes right now. You're probably just listening to the podcast and lying down, but you're making a step towards getting better, which is the most important thing. Always seek to get better. A word of encouragement. I would say, a good friend of mine said this quote to me about a week ago, and it's just stuck in my head. Shout out Jordan Bangoji. He said, "Do what you have to do till you can do what you want to do." Right?
Yeah.
And it's like everything is just perspective based. Right now, it's easy. We're in a generation that looks for the easiest way to do things, the easiest way to, because we think that is efficiency, right? Sometimes the story is in the journey. Sometimes the story is in sitting down with, because you finish everything that you have to do with AI. And then when you're sitting down with like your kids, there is no story behind anything. Don't get me wrong, I love AI. Like you get what I'm saying? But even in that, like, try and put yourselves in situations where you actually get to live. Because if not, you're just an organism. You're not living. So just take the time out to put yourself through the challenging things, to have the experiences that build you, right? So yeah, make yourself uncomfortable till you're comfortable. You know, you're on the right step, and always look for growth. Don't stop asking questions. It's not always going to make sense, but always ask questions, because what that does is it makes you even understand what you're questioning. A lot of times we keep quiet and we think this is what we think. Then you are talking to that one person that you trust to open up to. And then somehow the question you're asking, you're answering it by yourself just because you're vocalizing it. Just keep asking questions, keep looking for more things. That gut feeling that you have, you know, that whatever it is you want to call it, call it the Holy Spirit, call it Jesus Christ, call it God, call it whatever it is you want to. I don't want to paint this thing for whoever is listening, but whatever that is, you know what that sounds like. You know when something tells you, you don't like this isn't for you. Whatever that gut feeling is that helps you make decisions. Be calm, quiet, listen to that, and find your direction. No two people's paths are the same. So find your own. So I think that's what I was saying.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's good. That's fine. I actually have more questions for you, but then that's like between us.
Really?
We don't have to know about that.
Sorry, guys.
But yeah, it was nice having a chat with you.
It was amazing.
I know we always have like good talks. We always have good talks within ourselves, and it's nice seeing where we were. Like when we recorded this, we're thinking we're somewhere. Yeah. Now. And then, we're here now. And it's not as if it's like a lot of time.
It's not.
So, when you do the multiplication 10x that. 10x it. And it looks, the future is looking good, bro. Looking good. So
I want to also say real quick before we bounce, I think you're a living manifestation of that, because even at the time where we were shooting that episode, I remember how chaotic it was. It was the first time we were doing, like, you were interviewing someone outside yourself on the pod.
Yeah.
And just seeing your consistency over to seeing your Spotify raps. I remember the last time Spotify raps came out, I saw your podcast had top listeners. I was so excited because you've been at this and you're more comfortable in your own sound. And I'm really happy for you, man. And I'm honored.
Thank you.
I go down in the history of this podcast as your guy.
I'm very sure that we'll still have this podcast in the future. I'll reference this.
Yeah, this will be the past then.
So it was nice having talking to you, having you on the episode. Yeah.
That was a solid time. That was podcast ready.
Yeah, pretty much. So, thank you guys for listening, and this remains the Unscripted Truth. Good night.